Ah, hello and welcome. I am the Awful Chef, and I'm going to get hungry, so let's make some dinner. So, what do we got? Well, we got too much steak. Sorry, guys, just too much steak. What do you do when you have too much steak? Well, how about making some French dip sandwiches? Now, ordinarily, when you make a French dip sandwich, you roast up a piece of meat, big piece of meat, and have lots of juicy fat. But with a steak, you don't get so much fat. So, we got to kind of fudge it. In the pan, I got some onions that have been cooking up. A little bit on the brown side, not too bad though. I got some carrots. I got some celery. And I got a fair amount of garlic. Okay. So, what we're starting with are the base vegetable flavors. The garlic, by the way, even though it's going in late, is rough chopped because we are making an au jus. Basically a broth. So, you can imagine that one of our key ingredients is going to be concentrated beef stock. Yep. But another key ingredient is going to be beef fat, also known as butter. So, all we've got in here literally is oil, onions, garlic, carrots, and celery. And I started the onions early because I wanted them to be sweeter. So, let's add some butter. Just a little bit of butter. You know, just enough to say hi. And a little bit of salt and pepper wouldn't be a bad idea either to help that caramelization come along. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. I don't know about your experience, but as a not entirely youthful gentleman, in my younger days, I would occasionally go into these old school steakhouses, and they would always have this really strong smell of bay leaves. So for me, steak and all of that stuff has to include bay leaves. And yeah, I'm just about out in this thing. Okay. So I have a pan full of fat and caramelized vegetables and all sorts of good stuff. So let's take that off the burner and deglaze. Okay. So yeah, I have a pan full of good stuff that doesn't necessarily say beef broth or au jus or steak. It just says, oh, that's good. So we got to change that. Let's start with a little bit of concentrated beef broth, or beef stock, pardon me. I will be adding water to thin this out. But the first thing I want to do is get it dissolved and get it to cook down a little bit. So I do want to take the high notes off of it. Okay, that definitely smells like beef. Now I will not be adding flour to this because I'm making an au jus, not a gravy. But let's get some water. Because basically I'm making the beef stock in the pan as it heats and cooks. And now to make that into a steak flavored, or steakhouse flavor I should say, let's put in some bay leaves. And so that's it. We will let those cook down. Oh, looks like we're going to need a little more water. Oh, that does smell good though. Yeah. Steakhouse. Definitely needs more water. And I actually think you could use more butter. That's the thing about au jus, is it's very fatty. And so to recreate it, you have to use a fair amount of fat. Oh, allergy season. Now, if you can, and I can in this case, take the steak you cut up for sandwich meat and steal some of its fat as well. Yes, I brought the meat up to room temperature to make it more flavorful in the sandwich. We're also going to be having a classic Italian-style coleslaw. Ta-da! Isn't this exciting? Cut up cabbage with salt, oil, vinegar, and oregano. And I'll even make some oven fries, just for me. So that's it. That's how you make very quick au jus. I am the awful chef. We are going to have some wonderful French dip sandwiches on these wonderful bakery rolls from our local market. And that's it. It's social media. Please do that social media thing and subscribe. Yeah, I know. Leftovers are boring. But this is one thing to do with leftovers. Like steak. Yes, you can do a few thousand other things as well. But this is something we're going to enjoy. Thank you. Goodbye.